Hello guys, welcome into another video. And as you can see, we're still in our series of the Vtuber decks, some kind of series that now have a name. Today we're gonna take a look on the Varun group again, and more specifically Miss Emi, which is really interesting type of deck around Risabel lore and some of course time-turning Morganite cards. Well, if you wish, please drop a like, subscribe and leave a nice comment. And let's see what this deck can do. With spoilers is not a lot, unfortunately. Okay everyone, here we are with our first opponent, the Almighty Player. With this deck, you can often choose to go first or even second. Well, let's go first because YGO. YGO, as you can see. Well, let's see the starting hand. Ooh, we have Sandal and we have Risabel, the top Sasha. Alright, let's start with Succumbing Song Morganite. Then I can make 2 attacks during monsters in its battle phase, and if a monster battles upon the monster, I can inflict the damage to my opponent is double. Now I have time to rain in Morganite to double summon and of course draw 2 cards. Well, now let's summon Morgana, the Witch of the Ice. Okay, which brings me the third Morganite type of the card. There is the Cute Gripping Morganite. Now I can normal summon level 5 or higher monsters, but I don't have one, so we're gonna utilize the second effect. You do not pay life point to activate spell or trap cards. Yeah! Okay, let's activate this. And now let's normal summon Risabel this type beside you, which is niche ability of once per turn. You can target move face up monster on the field, increase his level by 1. So yeah, we're gonna have our level 4 plays, or even in some rare cases, mess up levels of my opponent. So let's see, I got the Eclipse Twins, the Malevolent Sin, and the Babushka. Alright, let's go to the Babushka because the hand is not quite good. So let's just sit around on Babushka and hope for the best. Yeah, this deck's gonna be all-round X-Rated Summon level 4 and level 3. Ooh, card scanner. Interesting. A retained version of the card dealer. Review the bottom card attack, the declarer, oh, Sky Striker. Ooh, nice. Another spell. Okay, so we have please tell me that you don't make your deck around Runics and what is the name of the deck again? It's with the girl. It's Ray. Oh, it's Sky Strikers. I remember now. Please don't tell me that you made this. Come on, these Sky Strikers don't need Runics. I know there is spell card, but oh, this is gonna be tough. Oh, this is gonna be tough. Okay. Alright. So one of the only problems about this deck is because we don't have much options here. So yeah. Okay, how I can end the phase and hope for the best because it's Runix. End phase and let's hope for the best. Oh my goodness. The first opponent. Great. Some kind of Runix. Okay, alright. The positive side about Runix is because they need I need cards on my field so they can do shenanigans. But if I don't have cards on my field, then I may be safe. Maybe. Okay, alright. I don't know if he has the spell and trap destroyer, but let's try it. Maybe because I have a Spiritual Wind Art Miyabi. I can tribute one winged monster, type 1 card opponent controls, such as Ring Hun Runic Winds, and then bounce back to the extra deck, and then you start to get... Oh yeah, this. And then we can start to get damage. I really like to get damage, and especially with Hypno Sister. Now you're possibly wondering what Hypno Sister it's about with the Rizabel and Sambel lore. Well, she's part of the lore because... Ooh, so many so nice. She's part of the lore because, as we can see, Sambel is the sister of... Come on, I guess I should wait my turn. Wait a minute, then I can explain you. Yeah. Okay, so the Sambal is sister of Rizabel. The two brothers, they get along pretty well with each other until Hypno's sister come along, hypnotize Rizabel and do shenanigans. This is why she's here. Well, let's go then. Let me see. Let me normal summon the Hypno's sister. Then normal summon Rizabel this type Sasha. If he doesn't have anything to stop me at this point. I really hope not, but it's almost certain since we're gonna continue with Runix. Okay, alright, cool. Now, Spirit toward me out. We try this type Sasha and shuffling back. Only the Runic Wings. Yeah! Excellent. Excellent. Let's see if he got something to special summon her back. Possible. Okay, nothing. Then we're gonna activate Sensible, the stab on in her respective pendulum scale. And that's the catch. This deck is all about ruining your opponent pendulum scales too. So if we have more pendulum monster in their respective pendulum scale, the Hypno's sister got even more effects. But now let's just be simple. Okay, alright, mister. I can activate my Morganite, but I guess we don't need it for the moment. And I could special summon my Busca, but this is the right call? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Okay, let's battle. I hope because Runix attack. Okay, you're gonna allow me to attack, sir? Okay, alright. Allow me to attack. Yippee! And now end phase. Yeah. I need to take extra caution because Runix. So I need not to overcomplicate this, or Runix is gonna be start really mean. Oh, okay, alright. It is gonna be tough. But hey, 8 turns. This lasts long as normal YGO duel. As far as I know, generally the YGO duels they last what, 2 turns, 3, maybe 4. Well, we are lasting at least 8, but not for the good reasons. Okay, alright. Okay, what are you gonna do, sir? You're gonna destroy my monster. Oh, of course. Draw a card and then banish more cards from my deck. I guess I'm gonna lose by deck count, which is not really good. Hey, it's Rizabel! Yeah, a normal monster with effect once per turn. Target one face one monster that freezes grace is level by 1. Runic Dispelling. Oh no. If your opponent adds that card. Special summon Runic monster. Oh, it's set for the draw phase. Excellent. Okay, alright. We get rid of Unwavering Bond. There is again an anti-pendulum card, but okay, right. You're pretty good. For all the cards that possible gonna be on the graveyard, I have what? Succubus Morgana that is already activated, and you have Unwavering Bond that is pretty useless right now because no pendulum monsters. And now we're gonna special summon a monster from the extra deck. Okay. If I am really smart, of course I am, I can turn around this duel. I have another another Spirit Heart Miyabi, so shuffling back the runic wings, then attack for damage. A second runic fountain exactly because I guess he doesn't want to discard it. Okay, we have, oh, finally we have the Sky Striker engine. Thank you very much, sir. 8 turns for actual Sky Striker engine. Anchor. Alright, in your main monster zone. Okay, this is not gonna be great because it's gonna, of course, the Sister is not gonna be good. Oh, great. More banishment. I guess I lost this one. I'm pretty sure that I lost this one. By deck out. Thank you, Runic. Thank you very much for being annoying. Okay. Damn. What I can possibly do? Because he got Anchor. It's just a matter of fact, you're gonna activate Anchor now or later. Alright. Okay, alright, I need to activate it. I only have a 7 card, so yeah, I guess I don't have much. Oh no. Yeah, Runics. Runics being Runics, banish the card of your opponent. And this is not great because these decks have low recovery, so you burn quickly your resources and then, well, you're done. So yeah, I guess I'm cooked. Great. Why they made this archetype? Sadness. Sadness. Only sadness. Empty Jar was annoying. Of course, back on the day, in one day of peace. Of course, why I'm not surprised. But I still concerned that why Runic splash together with Sky Strikers. Sky Strikers, they don't need it. And I lost. But yeah, Sky Striker, they don't need it Runics. They're just too much, do you know? I know that Sky Strikers back on the days of 2 years, even 3 if I'm not mistaken, or even 4. They are pretty solid deck, pretty solid meta option, but they're still pretty good. But okay, alright, I lost. I'm not surprised why. So let's see what the second challenger is gonna bring on the table. Please, please, Pretty, please, don't be more Runics. Hi guys, here we are again with another challenger, another player. Seriously, why people don't put names? But okay, alright. This is not the most optimal hand, but at least we have the more organized cards to get around. Okay, alright. And let's hope that this is a pendulum deck. Please. So I can show what Unevering Bond and Wandering Eyes can do. Because, wow, they are the quote-unquote anti-pendulum strategy. Unevering Bond, when opponents activate a pendulum monster effect or effect card that is already facing the pendulum zone, negate the activation. If I can banish the card. And then Wandering Eyes, I can destroy pendulum zones. And then active effects. The active effects will just like the equal amount of pendulum zones destroyed by this effect. And all these effects are accumulative because they have 1+, 2+, 3+. And I have heroes. Hero deck. Okay, this can be a lot of things. It's actual elemental heroes, which I really doubt. This is some kind of mix and match with Destiny heroes, that is possible. Okay, or even plus evil heroes, or every hero archetype. Mix and match it. Heroes are pretty cool, not only because of the GX, but they are pretty nice. I like them, I find them neat. But the amount of support and splashable things that you can deal with them is rather annoying. I really like to have some kind of more pure versions about the elemental heroes, the evil heroes, the destiny heroes. Maybe this is gonna be a really interesting type of video. Let's go heroes, but instead each one of them separately. Elemental hero deck, all elemental heroes. Evil hero deck, only evil heroes. Yeah, there's actually a nice option for a video. Okay, let me see here. Make
so one of my favorite things that I get to do because of this channel is I get to collaborate with other extremely
okay, alright. Now I know what are gonna be our next decks. If you really want to leave on the comments what kind of decks that you'd like to see in the next series, regardless is gonna be a more pure version of the deck, or even a neat strategy that you know, or even what kind of Vtuber deck that you want to be here. Okay, right? Leave in the comments. I can take them with no problem. Now let's see. I need to draw +2 cards, please. Okay. Excellent. We have Rizabel and the Stop Sidechair and their Summoner. So let's normal summon Rizabel. Now let's normal summon the Stop Sidechair, utilizing the Stop Sidechair's effect, and then adding a level to the Rizabel Summoner. Come on, I want to level 4. Okay, now what kind of? Okay, what kind of rank 4 explosive monster do you like? Malevolent Sin. Continue to touch the monster in its control. Gain attack points, Babushka. Okay, alright. Maybe Malevolent Sin. Since he has some of the heroes. Hello. So let me see. Can I switch for the third? Did you discard food? Okay, alright. Let me get rid of Elemental Hero Blazeman, because well, discard attribute attack defense becomes the same as the same for the graveyard, so he can foolish and then Mirror Force. Oh yeah, he can foolish and then Mirror Force me. Oh. Okay, this is the second time that Mirror Force show yourself here. Alright! Okay, oh. Wait a minute. I guess I'm cocked. I guess this is actually a pretty solid Elemental Hero deck. Elemental Hero solid, a solid Elemental Hero deck is actually Elemental Heroes. This is joke was bad. Ooh, with Masked Heroes, which is really cool. This is remembering the manga Jaden's deck. Yeah, for the people that doesn't know, Yogurt GX has a manga that is completely different from the anime. It's completely different. We don't have the Yubel Saga. We don't have the Sacred Beast. We don't have Sartorius. Yeah, which is kinda sad, but pretty interesting actually. And the Easter is pretty solid. I really like it. Well, now let's see which kind of Elemental Hero monster you're gonna finish me. Okay. Come on, sir. What kind of interesting Elemental Hero that you have here? He's spawning. Alright. He's spawning. And you're gonna be escuridão or elemental Hero Sunrise. Okay, alright, functional. Okay, mirror confusion. Okay, Okay, so he's gonna mirror confusion me, or this is enough. Let's see. I know, it's very tempting. No, he's gonna be a gentleman. He's just not gonna go to the overkill. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay, GG. A little bricky hand and a mirror force, but okay, this actually was a nice duel. GG, sir. GG. Okay, let's see now what the third challenger gonna bring upon the table. I don't know if we're gonna have the faulty one, but well, due to the weakness of this duel, I guess we're gonna have 4 duels instead. Well, let's find out. Hello everyone. Now our kind of third opponent, that is Digimon, it's better to Pokemon. If you are saying for lore, yes. If you are saying for games, now no. But we have Summon Storm, and we have a level 3 options. You can transcribe it out of the zone. Okay, alright. I have an idea. Let's activate the Sambal, the Time Bomber, and then let's activate the Reasonable, the Summoner. Excellent. Now, I'm gonna Pendulum Summon my only monster Reasonable, the Star Adjuster, to the field. Great. Now, I can activate the effect of Sambal. If you have a Pendulum monster card with the same level as this card, level 3, another level 3, I can activate this effect. I can destroy the another one and special summon her. Yay! Okay, alright, now let's try to have what? Bubbling Ghost Shadow. I guess it's better than the Space Away Octobipes. Okay, let's go to the XYZ summon. Bamboozling Ghost Shadow. A really interesting number monster that once per turn, when an opponent monsters activate its effect, I can detach 2, and then I can rewrite the effect that each player draws 1 card. That is really nice. It's really nice to interrupt our opponent plays. And we have Mitsurugi. Interesting, a very interesting reptile type of deck. I'm really fan of the reptiles. If well, as you can see. But my only problem is that how does a reptile? Okay, I can see a white snake, but how does a reptile? How does a reptile? I want to read snakes, sir, not anime women and boys that pretend to be snakes. Okay, alright. You can have 1 Mitsurugi spell trap. Since it is a ritual deck, let's utilize this effect. Instead of adding, let's draw a card. Ooh, Sinister. Okay, alright. Cool. Now I need another wind monster. Now I have rank up magic in Numeron Force. Yes, I have Numeron Force because I have the cows numbers here. As you can see, we have the number 69 and number 104. And I have their respective cows versions. But now, let me see. Okay, cannot attack directly, but this card can attack me. Okay, let's just sit up or try to attack me. So now you will be destroyed by a card effect, you can distribute this card instead. Okay, another one. So even that I attack with a Sister. Alright. I guess I'm gonna pass for now, see what happens, and if something bad happens, at least I have options. And we have Dragon Tail Murl. Okay. You can fusion summon one Dragon Tail fusion mode. Oh, the Dragon Tail engine. Oh yeah, the new fusion engine. There is the Dragon Tail that I don't like much because they bring back the materials that you use from your hand. And then they just, oh yeah, we're gonna pop up your field. Deal with it. Great. Okay. Alright. And they have effects when they're sent to the graveyard by card effects. Yeah. Oh no, for a fusion material. So yeah, they are a contact fusion type of monsters. They don't utilize polymerization, which should be a crime, because contact fusion should be a thing for the newest patients, sir. We have all the support for polymerization. We have fusion recovery, necrofusion. We have, of course, for polymerization and the other fusion cards. But no, let's contact fusion because it's just straight up better. And we have Dragon Mates. Okay, what kind of weird mixture that we have here? We have Mitsurugi with Dragon Tail with some Dragon Mates. I guess this is why his deck is not, for example, turn and get over it. And hello, Sandal. You don't have the right level. And we have, the new archetype. That is the Artemedja, the Red Potter one. Alright, this is actually, I'm kinda impressed, sir. You managed to fuse in so many archetypes together, and they are working. Okay, so what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the old set and pass because this is I can do. Oh my god! Okay, 2 bricks. Yay! And of course, it's straight up metal face. Thank you, sir.
So one of my
Thank you for not overcomplicating the things. I can survive this turn. No! I cannot survive this turn. Okay, okay, GG, GG. Okay, alright, GG. I guess that's it. Oh yeah, the unknown dragon one. They just fusion, quick effect, destroy. I always send. You can turn card opponent control in your graveyard. Oh, banish. Okay. And even recovery. Okay. Another Dragon Tail one. And I still have a ton. Apparently. And you have more Dragon Tails. Alright then. Okay. Maybe I have something. I'd like to not to be interrupted, sir. So I'm gonna normal summon a Sister. Yeah. You're gonna interact in my turn. Of course you're gonna. Of course you're gonna. Okay. You're gonna make. Okay. Summon is Storm. A really interesting card that we can pay life points per summon level 6 or lower with the monster from my hand. Just like Rizabel, the start just there. And here we go. Okay. And crash. Oh. My only hope to activate this summon and then try to do something funny. Okay, alright. Oh crap. Yeah. And he's gonna activate it with Dragon Tail. And here we go. And he's gonna banish me again. Goodbye, cards. Okay. Alright. GG. You gonna attack me, sir? Or you're gonna leave from my turn? Because I don't have much now. You're gonna attack me? Okay. Now GG. Okay, I have one hope, and it was terminated by Dragon Lady. Okay, I guess we still have time for one more duel, just to make sure that this deck can actually do something better. Well, let's go to the fourth and the last challenger. Hello guys, welcome back again. And the fourth and final opponent, Hellkaizen. Okay, I have a feeling to go second, signs that go first don't open up really well for me. Wasn't... Okay, my guess was actually right, it's Cyberdarks. Okay, this is good because they don't have the battle phase. But this is possible is bad because I don't know if I have something against the Cyberdark line. Possible no, but I can try with his hand. I have a bounce back. If I'm not mistaken, the Cyber Archetype don't have much protection against bouncing back their stuff, so I guess I can hope for the best. He just special summon big monster, try to attack me for a game, and then the Spiritual Wind Art Miyabi. And this is possible gonna use. But I have Unending Nightmare, then I can get rid of the Cyberdark Realm and possible the future shenanigans and the field spell. Okay, alright. So let's see how this is gonna be. Okay, we have Cyberdark Chimera. Okay. We're gonna discard or okay! The Clockwork Knight. So we're gonna use the Clockwork Knight. Okay, I can still deal with this thanks to Unending Nightmare. A really interesting continuous trap card that you can pay life point and charge one face-up spell trap card to destroy it, and you can only activate this effect once per chain. No, this is not a once per turn restriction and once per chain. That is really interesting for a card. Generally speaking, we have no restrictions at all or just once per turn. But of course, because of the high cost of life points, of course, once per chain, so best issues. And this is the part of the Lord of the Reasonable, the summoner, as you can see here. Okay, we have Cyber Eternal. Okay, okay, alright, we gotta summon a monster. Okay, I am waiting for the Clockwork Knight. The only problem, okay, the Clockwork Knight, he just detached Clockwork Knight for Power Bond. Possible trying to get this for the next turn, or utilizing it now, because if I'm not mistaken, we have a fusion monster that he can do that. Oh, Cyber Darkness Dragon, because his original attack points are kinda low. Alright then, and then lighting for the Cyber Dark Android Dragon. You can keep one monster graveyard to discard is like battles. Okay, he's cooking. Cyber Eternal. Alright. For the Cyber Darkness Dragon, utilize his effect again. Okay, alright. Okay, he's cooking. To Cyber Dragon House. Okay. Oh, Regulus. There you are. This is why you detach Clockwork Knight, so you can Regulus. Okay, so he has a negate. This is not good, actually. Okay, how I can turn this around? How I can turn this around, because Regulus just caught me off the block. Alright, let's activate Rizabel the Summoner. Okay, with Harpino Sister, but even that, I don't have enough. Okay, I can activate this, but then at the start of the time, card battle a Pendulum summon a monster, destroy that monster. No, they are special summoner. And this is not good. This is the opposite of good, actually. Okay, alright. Even with the Harpino Sister, are you still gonna good. Okay, I have a plan, and he's a very risky one. But I guess I don't have much to do. Go, Epino Sister. Battle phase. The sister, attack the clockwork knight and hope for damage. Yeah. And then, ending my turn. Okay. Okay, I have a plan that maybe or maybe not input to something. Okay, alright. Another credit to you. Cyber Dragon Claw for the Cyber Load Fusion. Okay, maybe he's gonna cook enough, or he's just gonna straight up battle phase. Alright then. Let's utilize Never Ending Nightmare. Utilize his effect now, and then I can destroy the Cyber Dragon. He's gonna negate me. Or he's gonna pass. Come on, boy. Click yes on the King of Regulus effect. Okay. Negative if you do destroy that card. Oh yeah, he can do this. Okay. Spiritual Art. And then I can bounce back. He can attack number times. So not number of monsters. So Cyber Dragon. And then he's gonna negate me with King Regulus. He cannot be affected by your opponent activated effects. Your opponent activated effects. Oh, wording. Oh, wording. Oh, he's not gonna. Oh. I guess it was only for my monster effect, but okay, right. GG. 3 turns. Cyberdax being Cyberdax. Let's go ahead to the end screen then. So guys, here we are with Amy's deck, the little sister deck, and oh boy, I was right. This is the weakest one. It's a bit of a shame that you guys don't see the full interesting quote-unquote potential of this deck. But alright. I made this deck knowing what is gonna happen and happen exactly what I thought. Except for the first opponents that show off with Runic, they're just like, damn. Well, let's go to the deck. We have here Rizabal the Summoner, 3 of them. Sign his pendulum effect 6 once per turn. Target will face a monster on the freeze, increase his level by 1. We have a lot of level modulation here, a lot of level 3, 4, and level 2 for more level modulation. We have Morgana, the Witch of Eyes. This card is always treated as a Morganite card, which is really good. And when opponent's monster declares attack, you can banish one Morganite spell from graveyard, negated attack. Straight up negated attack. I can only using one of the following effects of Morgana once per turn. If this card now with special summon it, add a Morganite spell track. A spell actually. If you have 3 or more Morganite spell with different names, then you can change the attack of all face-up monsters your opponent controls to 0. This is really good and really neat because we utilize all the 3 of them here. We have Time Raining Morganite, Succumbing Sunk Morganite, and Guilty Gripping Morganite. So changing the attack of our opponent monsters to 0, all of them perm 0. It's not until the end of the turn, it's a perm 0. It's really nice. Of course, she doesn't negate the effects or nothing, but at least this is some kind of help. We have 3 Rizabel, this type side shit, size that once per turn, quick effect, target one face-up monster on the field, increase its level by 1. It's really good for our level upping or level 3 monsters or even level 2 monsters, and actually is any face-up monster on the field. So if you bring his in your first turn and then you realize that your opponent is playing XYZ or even Synchro, you can try to ruin his day with the effect of Rizabal. Of course, it's just a niche thing rather than the main thing for this deck, but it's better than nothing, I suppose. We have 3 Hypnosista, which is interesting effects. This card gain effects based on the total number of cards in both players' pendulum zones. Of course, both players' pendulum zones means only pendulum monsters. If you just set a card in your pendulum zone, doesn't count, which is really sad. Well, if you have one or more, this card gains 800 attack and defense. Great! 2 or more, at the start of the damage step, if this card battles a pendulum summoned monster, destroy that monster. Straight up destroy it. 3 or more, monster opponent control must attack this card if able. And 4, if this card destroys a monster by battle or by his own effect, you can draw 1 card. A really interesting anti-pendulum card. It's sad that we don't have faced a pendulum deck. This is gonna be hilarious actually. Especially by her 30 and 40 effect. So we have 3 of them because, well, a level 4 monster that can be summoned. We have Sambel, the Star Bounder. We have Pendulum Effect. If you have a Pendulum monster with the same level as this card in the other Pendulum Zone, this is why we play Razorback, you can destroy the card in the other Pendulum Zone, and if you do, special summon this card. Of course, this effect is once per turn, and not even that, we have her effects here. If a monster special summoned to your field while you control this monster, you can special summon 1 monster from your hand with the same level as this card, the same level 3. Of course, we can summon the Razorback, the Star Adjuster, or other Sambal, which is really nice, so we can spam monster with the same level. Of course, you don't do this right often. Most part of the time you're gonna use her Pendulum Effect so she can special summon herself and then set that Razorback into your extra deck so you can Pendulum summon him again. Okay, alright, 3 of them. We have Razorback, the Star Adjuster. That's when this card is special summoned, you can target face-up monster on the field, increase its level up by 3 until the end of this turn. It's another option for leveling up or creatures, but of course most part of the time you're gonna level up to 1 or 2. His effects will level up to 3 because we have the Transcend Familiar. That is from the lore of the Razorback. As you can see, she's the Sister's pet. And his effect is once per turn you can target one monster you control, move the target to another of your main zone. Why his effect has nothing to do with levels, I don't know. But he's level 1, so we can bring him to level 4 or even level 3 if you wish. But of course, it's a side option because why moving monsters? I don't care, right? We have 2 of them. Signs that most part of the time you only need 1 level. But signs that, hey, it's a target face-up monster on the field, so you can ruin your opponent's day, maybe. And we have Sambel, the Summoner. You randomly fate, you can special summon 1 monster in your hand with the same level at this card. This effect can be unused while this card is face on the field. Of course, so you already knowing what is the shenanigans about the Razorback War or Razorback Asha. You can summon Sambel, you can increase her levels, then you can activate her effect, special summon a monster with the same level as her, and possible summon another monster. Possible, of course. So that's our monsters most part of the time. I really like to add more spellcasters and psychic monsters, but then most part of the time they don't have nothing to do with levels, or they are not wind attributes. So yeah, we only have those. For spells, 2 Time Rainy Morganite because we need cards and we need to summon more monsters, of course. We have the rank up magic in Numeron Force to special summon the Chaos monsters, Umbrella or Masquerade, and Heraldic Crest of Horror. We have 3 Summoning Storm, a really interesting card that you can pay 800 life points. Special summon 1 level 6 allow read a monster from your hand. And more, during your main phase, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from the graveyard, special summon level 4 or lower, win the monster from your hand. Of course, Summon Storm is here to help us to special summon even more monsters, especially because the number 69 and the number 104 they needed 3 level 4 monsters, so special summon monsters. Go! 3 monsters at least. We have a Succubus Sunk Morganite for battle damage, attack twice. Monster Reborn, of course, because nice staple, yeah. And Guilty Gripping Morganite. We only utilize Guilty Gripping Morganite just because of this third effect. You do not pay life points to activate the spell and trap cards, such as Unending Nightmare. So yeah, we only utilize one of those. Now we have Wavering Eyes. As you can see here, this is part of the order of the Rizabal. We have a Sinister and trying to control Rizabal. As this quickly play spell cards say, destroy as many cards in each player's pendulum zones as possible. They apply this effect in sequence, depending on the number of the cards destroyed by this effect. 1 or more inflicts 500 damage to your opponent. 2 or more, you can add 1 pendulum monster from your main deck to your hand. 3 or more, you can banish 1 card on the field. 4, you can add 1 Wandering Eyes from your deck to your hand. Are really interesting to interrupt the plays of our opponents. I know that the pendulum monsters, they actually like to be destroyed, but you can interrupt the flow of your opponent with Wavering Eyes. You can even add another one, because hey, this is not a once per turn effect. There is no once per turn clause. You can just bring back another one, Wavering Eyes, set more scales and activate it again. Which is, of course, is not gonna happen often because, well, 4 pendulum scale need to be destroyed, so you can add another one. But it's a really interesting card, 3 of them. We have Spiritual Wind Art Miyabi, because we have a lot of wind monsters, so why not try but wind monster, bounce back opponent card to the bottom of the deck. Not to hand, not to top, to the bottom. A really good type of removal. Really interesting that it's just try but 1 wind monster, so why not 2? If you really don't like much Wonder Rise, you can even put 3 here. You have Echo Oscillation. Touching 1 card in your pendulum zone, destroy, then draw 1 card. That's it. That's the card, Echo Oscillation. Signs that we have some of the pendulum monsters, you can destroy them and then draw a card to, well, draw something useful for their turn. We have Unending Nightmare, that is pain life point, trying to face up spell trap on the field zone, destroyed again. You can utilize this for any face-up spell or trap card, so it's an interesting removal. And now I know what you're thinking. Oh, so this is why we have Guilty Gripping Morganite. Yes, but that's the catch. You do not pay life points to active spell trap cards. Unending Nightmare is a continuous spell trap card. That means that this last effect only gonna work if you activate Unending Nightmare. If you try to utilize the effect of Unending Nightmare after it is already face up on the field, or even a second time, you will still pay life points because he's already activated. So yeah, it's not that good. We still pay life points after the first activation. Well, we have 2 of them. Why not? And then we have Unevering Bound. That is when your opponent activates a pendulum monster effect or effect of a card that is already face up in the pendulum zone, negate activation, and if you do, banish. A really interesting anti-pendulum type of trap. 2 of them, of course. And now let's go to the extra deck. We have our level 3 options. We have number 26, Space Away Octo Bypass. Yeah, we have this kind of octopus. There is 2 level 3 monsters. At the start of the battle phase, you can detach 1 material from this card as a cost. During this battle phase, a player can only attack with 1 monster. Great. Some kind of fluid gating effect, just like Dark Dot, and more. And its attack becomes a direct attack. You can only use this effect once per turn. Okay, but okay, right? So this is some kind of balance. You can attack with 1 monster, but this is a direct attack. But that's the neat part. At the end of the damage step, if a monster inflicted battle damage by a direct attack, give control of the monster that attacked to the turn's player opponent. It's a very interesting one. because detach, your opponent gonna attack directly, then utilize the effect of Space Away Octo Bypass, stealing his monster forever. See, there is no at the end, until the end of the phase or whatever. He will steal it forever. This is a really interesting card that when I was searching for rank 3 monsters, I just saw this and I say, hey, interesting, so why not? Why not? So we have two of them. We have number 75. Sorry, I do not know how to pronounce this number in English. But Blazing Gospin Showdown. 2 or plus more level 3 monsters. Once per turn, when opponent monster activates this effect, detach 2 materials from the cards, and then change the effect to each player draws 1 card. And not only that, you can attach one other number monster XYZ monster you control. You can attach it to it as a material, which is really nice for all defensive options and try to interrupt our opponent. Of course, number 41 Babushka, the tire tapir, for well, stalling. If the hand is not that good, and then okay, alright, let's go Babushka. Number 70 Malevolent Sin. Really a really cool monster, 2 level 4 monster. Once per turn, detach XYZ material from the start. Target 1 monster opponent control, banish until the end of your opponent's next standby phase. And at the end of the damage step, it's card attack it. You can make this card gain 300 attack point, and if you do, increase his rank by 3. Of course, to summon or number 77, the 7 sinks. This option. We have 1. Now we have the Eclipse Twins. For this XYZ summon card, you can treat a rank for a monster you control as level for a monster from the material. You can discharge material from this card. This card can make up 2 attacks on monster during each battle phase. Of course, mixing this with the Succubus Song Morganite. Pretty nice, pretty decent. And if you discard the graveyard, you can target 2 other rank 4 all our XYZ monsters graveyard, special summon 1 of them, and attack the other as material. Of course, to recover the Malevolent Sin, or even recover Babushka, or other level 4 options. As you can see here, we have number 69, Herald Crest. If this card special summon, negate the effect of all other face-up XYZ monster current on the field. A very powerful monster against XYZ decks. And more, you can target 1 other face-up XYZ monster on the field. Under the end of this phase, this card name becomes that monster name and replace this effect with that monster original effects. Really interesting how to copy the monster effect. So you can just copy the effect of the new shark monsters. You can just straight up copy them. You can copy this Silent Honor Dark or Honor Arc. I don't remember which one of them is the stealing effect. Or even you can just copy the effect of Zeus. Why not? The double A Zeus on the field. Oh yeah. 2 of them because he needs 3 level 4 monsters. Most part of the time we're gonna special summon 2 monsters. But okay, we can have the effort. We have number 104 Masquerade, another monster with 3 level 4 monsters. During either player's battle phase, as a quick effect, when opponent monster activates effect, you can detach material from this card, negate the activation, and if you do, inflict 800 then damage to your opponent. And once per turn, you can send the top card of opponent's deck to the graveyard. Cool. Really nice, not stupendo, but really good, really nice. Of course, we have the Chaos version, Umbral Horror Masquerade, and the Herald Crest of Horror. The Umbral Horror Masquerade says when this card is special summoned, you can attach 1 spell trap on card on the field, destroy the target. But we have more. If this card had number 104 Masquerade as well as a material, it gains this additional effect. Once per turn, during either player's turn, as a quick effect, when sided, monster effect is activated on your opponent's side of the field, detach checks as a material, negate. Then send 1 random card from opponent's hand to the graveyard. And if you do, halve your opponent's life points. Holy damn! This is huge. It's not only once per turn, negate the effect of your opponent. You can even send a random card. You can just eat his card and even halve his life points. This is really nice and really niche. enemies. Of course, we only have one of them because rank up magic number on falls. Well, it's not often that we special summon the Masquerade, really more rare than Umbra Warhorn Masquerade, but okay, right, for these things. We have the Herald Crest of Horror, the 669. When an opponent monster declares attack, you can destroy all card opponent control. Simple, declare the attack, you lose everything. And you have more. If this card have the original number 69, once per turn, you can detach one material from this card, then charge one face-up exiled monster your opponent control. This card can attack equal to that face-up monster original attack. When this card name becomes that monster's name, and it gains that monster's original effects. It's practically the same thing as the Rod Crest, but at least he got attack boost, and hey, he has a pretty big attack mode, so yeah, you can one-shot things with this. Of course, only one. And number 77, the 7th Sense. You can also actually summon this card by using a rank 10 or a rank 11 Dark Versus monster. As for example, the Malevolent Sin. If I'm not mistaken, he goes to 11. If I'm not mistaken, then you can just straight up rank up. And if summoned this way, the following effect cannot activate effectively this turn. So you can just overlay then big monster. Then the next turn you can utilize the effect that once per turn you can detach 2 explosive materials from this card. Banish as many special summon monsters your opponent control as possible. Then attach one of those banished monsters to this card as XYZ material. This is a really powerful removal. You can just straight up banish the entire board of your opponent, since is all special summon monster on the opponent. In modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Most part or even every monster on your opponent's sideboard is gonna be special summoned. So you're just gonna ruin his board and even attach one of them to discard the material. But wait a minute, he needs to detach 2 materials and then recover 1. So what? We have his third effect. If this face-up card on the field will be destroyed by battle card effect, you can touch 1 explosive material from this card instead. So we can banish the board of your opponent, recover 1, and then if your opponent try to destroy by battle or even try to remove it from the field by any effect, you can just detach material, protection. Of course, this doesn't work against kaijus, but kaijus are quite rare nowadays, so you have a big stick on the field that is really nice. In an open up field, you can just hit your opponent really hard or even finish the game with this. And even that you don't finish the game with this, he still has a protection. Okay, alright, you lose all your board and I have 1 protection. What are you gonna do? This is really nice. Of course, we have one of them. Of course, you can maneuver here. You can add more cards here, and they just don't utilize the chaos number. But now that I already have the explanation of the deck, now I'm gonna explain how this is work with Amy. Amy from the Varun group is the troop of the little sister that love her old brother. So of course I'm gonna do the Rizabel lineage, since that all the history is about. We have Rizabel and Isabel sitting here and playing nice with each other. Then we have the Epino's sister. Epino died him, then he got corrupted, and then we have the sister trying to discorrupt him with a never-ending nightmare in a never bond. And that's it, power of friendship by brother and sister. Yeah, this is the majority of the things. And of course we have Morgana, the Witch of the Eyes, not only because of the Morganite line, but because Amy, she's a kind of a witch if I'm not mistaken, so why not Morgana to roleplay as her mommy or something like that. Of course we have the cards that reference the Rizabel War, and since Amy is the little sister, possible she's Sambal or so, something right here. And for the XYZ monsters, well, we space away Octobi Pass because tentacles, since that we are talking about Varun, the plus 18 Vtuber agency. We have Bambulins and Gospy Shadow, because, well, something really wrong is going on with Amy, because most part of the time she loves too much her old brother. So we have this. Oh yeah, I'm a little girl. You don't need to fear me. And then you look at her shadow, you see the devil. So yeah, this is why he's here. We have Babushka because, well, she do a lot of SMRs, and why not sleep into their SMRs? We have this spider, not because she likes the spider, but it's the malevolent sim, and she likes really much her old brother. Of course, the same to apply to the 7 scenes. We have Eclipse Twins because, again, our twin shenanigans right here. And you have and you have this, and you have this too, because Herald Crest number 69, number funny number. Yes, it's because it's the number 69. Yes, funny number, haha. And you have the Masker because he's a spellcaster most part of the time, because she doesn't have a mask. Well, I need to try to fill up into something. I really like to put another Heretic Crest 69 and just go, okay, right, let's go the 69. But then it's just like, but it's so rare that you have the Rock Up Magic in Numeron Falls, so let's just bring the number 104 Masquerade. He's a spellcaster at least. And for the side deck options, of course, we have the Familiar that is about the lore, but he's kind of not fit into the team. We have the Bold one and the Wonder one because of our Spellcaster, and we have our Spellcaster shenanigans here. Well, that's the deck for today, everyone. Thank you very much for stopping by, and thank you very much for liking, so subscribe, and leave a comment. And for the next week, we have the Mercies deck. Yeah! Or our favorite hypnotizer type of girl. So, thank you very much, and thank you for your time.